Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning, and persistence. I am Dr. Sana, and I am profoundly joyous and honored to address you all today to welcome on the behalf of our personality development class. We have all gathered on this day to showcase our excellently talented students for the prepared speech competition. Today's children are the future leaders of our country and the world tomorrow. They may grow up to achieve great success, name, and fame, as well as high human values. But on the other hand, we wish them to be good human beings and also make this world a better place to live in. The wonderful speakers today will showcase you their excellent talent and their wonderful and commanding speeches. I'm sure they will make the audience be thrilled to see each and every speech they deliver, starting with the batch one for higher grade students. We will be having excellent delivery with perfect command over the language, and their skilled performance will enthrall all of you. I would like to now welcome our mentor, Dr. Manjula Sridhar, for her words of wisdom and enlighten all of us. Welcome, Dr. Manjula Sridhar.
Thank you, Dr. Sana Ahmed. Dear parents, mentor Dr. Sana Ahmed, guests, and my dear shining stars. Good morning to everyone. If you can speak, you can influence. If you can influence, you can change lives. Speaking in public confidently, boldly, effectively, and positively is very important, which is trained in our personality development class. Yes, dear students, do you all agree with this? They may forget what you said, but they may not forget how you made them feel. This is what which we have trained in our regular classes. The success of your presentation will be judged not by the knowledge you send, but what the listeners receive. Dear champions, by this note, I wish you all the best for today's prepared speech program. Best wishes. Let us witness your performance in our live stream YouTube. Over to Dr. Sana Ahmed.
Now we are going to start our prepared speech competition with our batch 1 students. Those are our personality development classes, wonderful speakers. And starting with our first contestant with the outstanding, magnificent speaker, Miss Divya Sridhar. I would like to call upon our very superb, outstanding, and magnificent speaker, Miss Divya Sridhar, on stage for the first performance.
A fresh Friday morning when I and my family were traveling to Bahrain. I was very excited as I wanted to travel my fine day with my family. It was a visual spectacle to see a flock of birds flying in the sky in a V-shaped pattern with a majestic power. Dear friends and my mentors, I welcome you all to the joyful journey with me. I asked my dad why these birds were flying in a pattern when all of them were capable enough to fly on their own. My dad replied, "Yes, Divya, that's a very interesting question. Let me know what else do you notice?" "Yes, Dad, I see the birds constantly changing their patterns, but flying together on a long journey." "Yes, Divya, right observation. It's the unity and the strength that makes them to fly high." "Divya, what else do you notice about their relationship?" I said, "Yes, Dad, I see them constantly talking with their friends after the return of their journey." "Yes, Divya, these birds, after returning back from their journey, they talk together with their family members." Dear friends, we need to sit face to face like these birds who teach us great life lessons by staying in harmony, tolerance, acceptance, and a total support. These birds, without any ego, maintain their relationship. We need to sit face to face, talking with each other and seeking elderly advice. This will surely give us the real satisfaction and the strong relationship. I recommend all of you to follow these great life lessons which I learned from these birds, and you will surely experience it and share it with your fellow mates by having harmony, tolerance, acceptance, and a total support. I'm very fond of dance. I have a great life just because of my dance, and I would proudly say that because I am very passionate of it, and of course, by my parents. One day, my teacher announced this program where I need to lead my team. But to my sadness, I met a medical injury and I was not able to travel. In the hospital window, I saw the birds flying, and I remembered that these birds taught me how to have relationship. So I talked with my parents, and they all traveled together with me, day and night. Dear friends, these are the valuable life lessons that we learned from these tiny birds. We should maintain and know the value of a strong relationship. Thank you.
Excellent delivery, Miss Divya. What a fantastic opening we had today. Excellent delivery, Miss Divya. What a fantastic opening we had today. It was wonderful to have such a great opener for our prepared speech competition today. So, yes, audience, I'm sure all of you should now be enjoying the speech. So, let us welcome our next contestant, the most admirable and an exceptional speaker, Master Mirza Irshad. Master Mirza Irshad is a very dedicated student who enlightens us with his great thoughts and words of wisdom. We welcome Master Mirza on stage.
If your action inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Spectre members and my dear friends, a very good morning to one and all. We have a lot of confusion about what is leadership. Who can be a leader? What is the qualification and classification for a leader? Well, let me tell you a beautiful story which will help you to understand what is leadership and how a leader will be born. There was a military battalion were shifting from one place to another. But on their way, they found the roads were blocked by a huge fallen tree. So they stopped the trek and everyone tried to move the tree. In that moment, a person came on his horse and asked the commander, why you are not joining with the team and supporting them so the work could be finished quickly? So the commander told, no, I am the commander of this battalion. I will only give orders. Instead of arguing with the commander, the person also joined with the team and moved the woods and cleared the way. Before he leaves the place, he has given his business card to the commander and told, don't hesitate to contact me if any similar support he needs. And he left on his horse. The commander read the name on the business card. He was shocked. George Washington, the President of America. This incident opened the eyes of the commander. From that moment, he understands how a leader should be and what is leadership. He changed his attitude towards leadership from that day and he became a good leader. The focus, the effort, the aim, the wish, the goal, and the dedication of any good leader is only for the betterment of his followers. So start searching for a good leader because you cannot be a good leader until you find a good leader. Thank you and over to you.
Thank you very much, Master Mirza. What a wonderful example of great leadership you have given and enlightened us all. Wonderful speech by you. Now, I would like to call upon our next contestant, the contestant who's notable, who's exceptional and noteworthy for his consistent performances. He is none other than Master Mithil Yevle. Master Mithil Yevle is a wonderful and an exceptional speaker. His consistent performances make us feel joyous. We welcome Master Mithil Ajit Yevle on stage for his speech. Master Mithil Ajit Yevle, your voice is not at all audible. Can you please check with your computer settings? For technologically For technological difficulties, we allow the contestants to start again from the beginning. We would appreciate Master Mithil Ajit Yevli to start his speech from the beginning. We would request all the contestants to be prepared with all the technological things they are going to handle.
Ma'am, are you able to hear me?
Yes. Master Mithil Ajit Yevli will be the third speaker, and we would appreciate him to start his speech from the beginning. We welcome Master Mithil Ajit Yevle.
We should never lose hope and faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If few drops of ocean are dirty, that does not mean the whole ocean is dirty. Good morning, mentors and all my dear friends. Today I am going to give a speech on a very precious thing to us, means human, that is humanity. Do you know which is the most important religion we must all follow? Humanity. And the perfect example for this is Mother Teresa, who devoted her whole life towards humanity and worked for it. Can you imagine a world without humanity? It cannot work. A human without humanity is just an animal. So we should give people our assistance, irrespective class, creed, region, religion, because being human is our first identity. I will tell you one fact about humanity. Almost every religion in this whole world teaches us about humanity. Now you would have understand how much important humanity is. I will tell you one of my personal example which taught me the importance of humanity. Once I was going to school and on that day I was having exams. Unfortunately, I was late for the school. I was going to school with one of my best friend Devesh. When we were on our way, we saw an old woman trying to cross the road, but she was not able to. I went forward, but my friend Devesh waited there and helped that old woman. After the exam, I asked him, Devesh, why did you help her even though you were late for the school? He replied, for humanity, my friend. And from that day till now, I am walking on the path of humanity. At last, I would like to conclude that to any religion you belong to, you are human first and should always strive for humanity. You should always remember there is no religion higher than humanity. So start working for humanity from today by doing small acts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Master Mithil. What a wonderful speech and a great acknowledgement for humanity you have put forward with an example. Wonderful speech by you. Thank you very much. Our next contestant is a wonderful and an exemplary speaker with her phenomenal performances, not only in our personality development class, but she has taken up various roles in different youth leadership programs with a wonderful and inspirational attitude. With her encouraging attitude towards her fellow mentees, she makes an exemplary leader. She is the Division F winner of this year for the Youth Leadership Program. She is none other than Miss Gisha Sridhar. Miss Gisha Sridhar, with her exemplary attitude, always brings attention of all the audience and her fellow contestants towards her. We welcome the phenomenal speaker, Ms. Gisha Sridhar, on stage for her speech.
If you were blindfolded and was asked to cross the street, how many of you will feel comfortable? None of us. If crossing a street is tough, imagine climbing the Mount Everest while blindfolded. Impossible, right? But not for Mr. Eric Wehenmayer, a blind person who successfully scaled the summit of Mount Everest on 25th May 2001. Respected mentors and all my dear friends, good evening to all of you. Personally, my challenging Mount Everest was speaking in front of a huge audience and mesmerizing them with my knowledge and proficiency in public speaking. But the only problem was that I couldn't stand erect on stage, as my legs shivered even at the slightest sight of my audience. Therefore, my dream safely remained a dream, as I could never gain the confidence to conquer my huge fear of standing in front of an audience and delivering my message. On a dull Friday afternoon, I was reading personalities as a part of a school speech project. During that process, I stumbled upon an eye-opening story. In a small town near Paris, 3-year-old Louis was toying in his father's workshop and trying to make holes in a piece of leather. Squinting closely through the surface, he pressed down hard to drive the point in. And the sharp tool glanced across the tough leather and struck him in one of his eyes. Louis suffered in agony for weeks as the wound became infected in his other eye as well. Poor Louis was an unhappy child at school because his blindness prevented him from his passion of reading books. When Louis was 15, he created a system by means of reading and writing in raised dots. Do we know him? Yes, Louis Braille. His contribution to the world is marvelous. Many people in the world can now read and write because of Louis Braille. After reading his biography, I gained so much confidence that I delivered my speech with complete confidence on that day in my school. But I was sure that I'm a work in progress. Of course, I didn't win, but still then, I still participated in every speaking opportunity to sharpen my skills. As the wise saying, when life gives you 1,000 reasons to cry, give yourself 1,000,000 reasons to smile, to conquer the challenges and overcome all the fears and emerge victorious. So dear friends, are you all ready to conquer your challenges in life? I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Excellent delivery by Miss Kisha Sridhar. What a wonderful performance it was, and a great message for all the budding leaders. Very well performed, and the message hopefully reached all the audience in a great way with a superb example. Well done, Miss Kisha. Keep it up. I would now like to call upon our next contestant, who is a very dedicated person with an unparalleled performances he has given during our regular classes. With his outstanding performance, he will enlighten all of us. He is none other than Master Rishi Matsa. Master Rishi Matsa is an unusual speaker in our class. He makes the audience fascinated with his charm. I would like to call upon Master Rishi Matsa on stage. Master Rishi, I would like you to check with your mic. Due to technical difficulties, Master Rishi will be starting his speech again. We welcome Master Rishi once again to enlighten us with his words. Master Rishi, Master Rishi, your voice is not audible. Due to technical difficulties, we would like Master Rishi to check with his computer and his system for voice. We would like to call upon our next contestant. Our next contestant is a marvelous and a very dedicated girl. She makes the audience fascinated with her performances. She is an outstanding speaker and a wonderful personality. She is our very own Miss Fatima Ferva. Miss Fatima is a very hardworking and a very principled girl. We would like to call upon Miss Fatima for the next performance.
Patience, ability to calm down before you blast off. Respected mentors and all my dear friends, a very good morning to one and all. The importance of patience should be realized by every individual. With patience, you can avoid making hasty decisions. Life is not about living in the past or living in the future, about its present moment. Patience is necessary for success. It is said that all good things come to those who wait. If you wish to achieve something of significance, we cannot expect to achieve it overnight. Patience teaches us the value of effort and not just its success. It is a mistake to think that happiness can be only attained through certain achievements. Patience takes time to learn if we aren't born with it. You have to be able to trust and wait. Being patient brings peace of mind. And when we expect certain outcomes, we have no peace of mind. For we said the standard is extremely high. When I was doing my SSC project, I was very nervous and was in a hurry. My father told me that to do the project in patience. The outcome was very nice and I got first place. From that day, I realized that being patient is very necessary in your life. If you get frustrated also, nothing gets done except your temper rises. And when you try to learn something new, you need to stay patient. Because the same thing will happen to you and you will get nowhere. Our patience will achieve more than our effort. Thank you.
What a wonderful performance it was, Miss Fatima Ferva. Very, very nicely, you have portrayed the principle of being patient. Thank you for your wonderful speech. Coming up with our next contestant, who is a fantastic speaker and an outstanding personality with his excellent command over his language, and a wonderful leader he makes. We would like to call upon our next contestant, who is an exemplary speaker, Master Abubakar Siddiq. Welcome, Master Abubakar Siddiq, for his speech.
Every soul is a flower blossoming in nature. Respected mentors and my dear friends, a very cool good morning to one and all. I'm Abubakar Siddiq, and today I'm going to speak on a very important topic: help the needy. We live on this beautiful earth. Life is challenging, and the humans have made it more complicated. We all live in a society filled with various factors of dignity. Because life has fallen into class and categories where the rich are getting richer and the poor dying for food. It is indeed heart-wrenching to see people suffering from hunger without any basic amenities and suffering. Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless, quoted by Mother Teresa, a selfless humanitarian. Our society is made so much better by the vast group of people who depend upon each other for economic, social prosperity, dignity, kindness, and love. If you are a sensitive human being, you should always show kindness to the needy. There are people in our society who are in need of very basic amenities. It is indeed a kind act to assist the fallen. You will feel the horizon of happiness within you when you lend your hand to grip the fallen. Donate food, clothes, basic amenities, educate them with your knowledge, share love and affection with them. It is time to be a little responsible and grateful, because without responsibility, you cannot change the world. Now, you might go on talking about change and helping the needy, but words are not just enough. I started to provide food to the needy people nearby our home, according to my capability, looking for more hands to join me. If you can't feed 100 people, then just feed one. Real happiness comes when you bring happiness to the needy and to the poor. You can join hands with me for a cause and be a part of my little effortless journey to bring a smile on the beautiful faces of the needy soul. My journey just started to achieve more and see a world of happiness. One day, the hopes of Horizon will flourish to see each and every soul happy in this beautiful earth. Thank you.
What a remarkable performance it was, Master Abubakar Siddiq. Wonderfully performed by you. Beautiful example you set for us as well as the community around. Keep it up. Our next contestant is a wonderful speaker, and with his gracious smile, he enlightens the audience. With his fabulous performances, he has made us all delighted. He is a remarkable speaker. We call upon none other than Master Ahmad Muhajirin Shakur. Master Ahmad is a fantastic speaker and a remarkable performer. With his consistence, he makes the audience delightful. We welcome Master Ahmad Muhajirin Shakur.
Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the part of success. Respected mentors, honorable judges, and all my dear friends, a very pleasant good morning to everyone. My name is Ahmad Muajin Shakur, and today I'm going to be speaking on the topic failure is the stepping stone to success. The burning desire to succeed leads to many failures. As the old saying goes, failure is the path to success. It holds true even in today's world and the fast paced world. Success is the result of bad experience in life. The path of success is filled with many difficulties and hurdles. Failures teach us many valuable lessons to be successful. There are several examples of celebrities, sportspersons, actors, authors, and leaders who, in spite of facing defeat, they did not give up their dreams and overcame their fear of failure. Examples like Michael Jordan was cut from his school basketball team. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections, and Thomas Edison failed more than 1,000 times when trying to create a light bulb. Failure did not keep these great people away from achieving their goals and becoming extraordinary. They overcame the fear of failure, and they are also examples to never give up. So, hence, don't let fear of failure hold you back from reaching out for your goals. The key to success is learning from your failures and using them to build yourself up. So, I'm concluding by saying that we should not give up after experiencing failure and keep a mindset that failure is just making us closer to success. Failure should be your teacher, not your undertaker. Thank you and have a nice day. And over to Salman.
Thank you very much, Master Ahmad. What a delightful speech it was. Indeed, we should always make failure a stepping stone towards the success journey we are going through. Well done, Master Ahmad Muhajirin Shakur, for your outstanding performance and your great advice. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to call upon our noteworthy performer and a very dedicated speaker, very principled boy, for his outstanding performance. He's none other than Master Gunasai Manikanta. Master Gunasai is a fearless speaker. He makes the audience go noteworthy for his performance. We welcome Master Gunasai Manikanta for his next performance on stage. Master Gunasai, your voice is not audible.
Honesty is the first page in the book of wisdom. A very warm good morning to respected mentors and my dear friends. Honesty. What is it? It is the equality of being truthful. It is the practice of speaking truth throughout your life. People who practice honesty possess straight moral character. Have you ever heard the phrase, honesty is our best policy? I truly agree with that. Honesty is truly the best policy. When we are honest, people can trust us. When people can trust us, we are more reliable. When we are honest towards a person, it shows that we respect that person. I'll tell you an incident which happened in my life, from which I learned that honesty is truly the best policy. One day, while I was playing with my mobile, my mother came and asked, "What are you doing?" I replied by saying, "I'm studying." And my mother asked me, "In the mobile?" Then I replied by saying that my teacher has given me a PDF which I have to learn and answer the questions given by the teacher tomorrow. My mother left for her work, and when she came back, and when I was returning the mobile back to her, she asked me again, "Were you playing with the mobile in the morning?" I replied by saying, "No." I lied again. Then again and again and again. But finally, I was caught. From that day, I never lied again about watching YouTube in mobile, playing games in mobile, etc. to my mother. And I also learned that if you lie one time in your life, you have to lie 1,000 more times to cover that one lie. From that day, I never lied again. Does any one of you know who is the 11th president and the missile man of India? Anyone? Yes, you are correct. It is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was a project manager for the first satellite launch of India. He failed miserably. But the next time, he succeeded even harder. And by his honesty, hard work, and by his willpower, he also became the president of India. The things which I learned from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is to never give up in your life. Try something which you are until you can't anymore. Thank you. Be honest and stay honest.
Thank you, Master Rishi, for your wonderful performance. Master Gunasai, the performance was amazing, and at the same time, it gave us a beautiful lesson about honesty. Thank you very much, Master Gunasai Manikanta. Well performed. Now, going ahead, now we call upon our next contestant, who is a very smart and a very talented speaker. He is none other than Master Abdullah Mansoor. Master Abdullah Mansoor is a very wonderful speaker. With his speeches, he has enthralled us during the very beginning phase of his classes itself. We welcome Master Abdullah Mansoor on stage.
Confident. Confident doesn't come from always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. A very good morning to all of you. I, Abdullah Mansoor, standing in front of you to speak a few words about self confidence. Today, what lacks in most of the people is self confidence. Once, during sports meet in my school, I didn't want to participate in my race, but my teacher saw me and asked me why. I said I was afraid. Then she replied that it does not matter if you win or lose. It's all about participation and self confidence. What she said inspired me. What she said inspired me.
रोटेट नहीं है.
It changed my life and I started to see things differently. All I feared in my life started to become interesting challenges. Self-confidence is the key to success, be it an exam or a race or anything else. Self-confidence is needed to succeed. Fear is our enemy. While we are self-confident, we should be careful not to be overconfident. Overconfident somehow leads to pride and being boastful, which may even hurt people. Never be negative. Negativity will break your confidence. There are many ways to work on your confidence. Believe in yourself and love yourself. And be kind to yourself. Say no if you don't like it. Believe you can and you will. So confidence is the best outfit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Master Abdullah Mansoor. Thank you for your delightful message to the audience. Now, we welcome our next contestant for his exceptional performance, Master Rishi Matsa. Master Rishi Matsa is a wonderful speaker, and he will delight us all with his wonderful performance. We welcome Master Rishi Matsa on stage. We are totally amazed looking at the wonderful speeches of our batch 1 students. What a wonderful morning we are having with such great speakers. Amazing thoughts of each student made a day. Each and every student have come up with rare topics and superb message for the audience. Thank you very much for your beautiful thoughts. Each and every student had their own rare and exceptional topic which each of us have seen today. What a wonderful day with great speakers it is. Now, I would like Dr. Manjula to take a lead for our little Einsteins, the batch 2A students. The remarkable performance by our batch 2A students, I'm sure, will enlighten all the audiences. I now welcome Dr. Manjula Sridhar.
Thank you, Dr. Sana Ahmed. Dear students, congratulations. Let us give a big round of applause for all batch 1 contestants' extraordinary performance. Marvelous. I can see you all gave a wonderful speech. You were like a natural speaker. Wonderful, dear students. Superb and great job. Marvelous attempt. Moving on to our next batch, 2A students. Dear students, are you all ready to give your wonderful performance today? Here we go. Our first contestant is Miss Riatak. Miss Riatak is a wonderful speaker. Will be giving our eminent performance now. Over to Miss Riatak.
Failure is the stepping stone of success. A very warm good morning to one and all. I am Ria with you all. Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is success. Today, I am going to tell you a story about a mother giraffe and its kid. When you want to achieve success in your career, academic and business, you will fail several times. And that's the example of the giraffe. When a baby giraffe is born, falls from such a great height, straight on the ground, the mother positions herself right above the kid. And guess what she does first? Gives him a hard kick. The baby is just born. He thinks, who is kicking? What a kick is for? Just feel the impact. The mother gives him another hard kick. Now the baby thinks, if I don't do anything, the treatment will go on. So the baby starts to get up on his wobbly legs. You know wobbly legs? As the baby giraffe gets upon his wobbly legs and starts to walk, the mother gives him another hard kick. Now the baby falls again, gets up and starts running. Then the mother giraffe hugs the baby, starts kissing him. You know why? Because baby giraffe flesh is very soft, slippery and high in taste. And lions love to eat. Mother giraffe knows it very well. I cannot be with the baby all the time. I have to get food for the baby. How can I protect him? Intending a kick, so he learns. And as he learns, give him another kick, so he remembers to get up again. Life is like the mother giraffe. Gives many hard kicks. We fail, we should get up. We fail, we should get up. My gurus, teachers, dad and mother always say that if you get up, stand up and start running, then you will reach the highest peak of success. The important message here is please don't just go through the life, grow through the life. The bond between the mother and kid is last of lifetime. The bond is the special one. It remains exchange of time or distance. It is the purest love, understand and truth. Thank you.
Wonderful performance, Miss Riatat. Great. Marvelous performance. Having a great storytelling today. Wonderful, dear. Keep it up. A marvelous performance, Riatat. Superb. Let us now move on to our next contestant, Master Vanish. Outstanding student, quick learner, easily understand the requirement of public speaking and will incorporate in his speech well. Best wishes, Master Vanish.
Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Respected mentors, judges, and my dear friends, a warm good morning to one and all. My name is Avnish Shanu. Today, I feel honored to talk about our father of a nation, Bapu Mahatma Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was an Indian lawyer, politician, over about the biggest and greatest patriotic person. Though this legend can never be described in a few minutes or a short span of time, yet let me try to sum up his great services and contribution to the world. Mahatma Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 Gujarati family in Porbandar. He was married to Kasturba at the age of 13. To study law, he went to London in the year 1888. In 1891, he became a lawyer. He moved to South Africa. There, one of his incidents changed his life forever. He was thrown out of a train, first class compartment, despite having a first class ticket, just because he was an Indian. After that experience, Gandhiji became the leader of Indians in South Africa. Gandhiji used satyagraha or non-violent resistance to fight against injustice or discrimination. After back to India, Gandhiji became the member of Indian National Congress. Gandhiji launched many important movements. In that, Salt Satyagraha and Quit India movement was a step towards Indian freedom. Finally, his efforts became successful when the British left India by granting independence on 15th August 1947. On 30th January 1948, Nathuram Godse shot dead Mahatma Gandhi. The UN honored 2nd October as the International Day of Non-Violence. The life of a person who changed the entire history of India ended forever. Gandhiji always said his life was a message to everybody. We should respect him and his principles. Let us remember him by his own words. He must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. Thank you.
Marvelous performance, Master Avanish. Extraordinary. Great job. You were like a natural speaker. You spoke from your heart and excellent clarity and wonderful hand gestures. Marvelous, Master Avanish. Moving on to our next contestant, Miss Yarni. Miss Yarni, stage is yours.
Self-educated man who knew infinity. Good morning, respected judges, mentors, and my dear friends. I'm Yalini with you all. Today I'm going to speak about the great mathematician Mr. Srinivasa Ramanujan, who was born on 22nd December of 1887 at Erode in Tamil Nadu. His birthday is being celebrated as the National Mathematics Day. He was born in a poor family. However, his intelligence began to shine at school in Kumbakonam. He improved more maths. He studied a book on advanced trigonometry at 13, learned cubic equation at 15, and devised his own method of solving math. An English mathematician, G.H. Harley, recognized Ramanujan's work as extraordinary, and he arranged a travel for him to England. Ramanujan lived in British India time. However, his mathematical work were very novel and original. The famous ones were Ramanujan prime and Ramanujan theta function. So friends, I would like to conclude that poverty is not a limit for intelligence. Thank you. And over to Dr. Manjula ma'am.
Great delivery, Miss Yarni. Superb and ultimate speech. Wonderful message you have given from a great personality. Superb job. Congratulations, Miss Yarni. Moving on to our next contestant, Master Kokila Mitran. Master Kokila Mitran, stage is yours.
Time that's for now one. Respected mentors and all my dear friends. A very warm good morning to one and all. I am Kokila Rajao. Today I am going to say the value of time. Time is the most important factor in everyone's life. Time is running continuously but never stops. If time is gone, it never comes back. Time can be divided into past, present, and future. Past is past. It has already gone. We should learn good things from the past. Present is important for us. I would like to say one proverb. Strike the iron while it is hot. Like that, if we utilize our present time properly, our future automatically becomes bright. So we should utilize our present time by doing creative activities like painting, gardening, reading books, playing with friends. We should not waste our present time by doing unnecessary things like watching movies, playing cards, gossiping about other people. Time is more important for students. For example, if we take former President APJ Abdul Kalam, Bill Gates, Jordan, Karmavira Kamaraj, all of them succeeded in life because they utilized their time wisely and properly. So those who utilize their valuable time wisely and properly will become a great person in future. Our lives are very short. We have a lot of things to do in a limited span of time. So those who utilize their time properly, I would like to conclude that we can buy everything with our money, but we cannot buy time. So time is precious. Thank you. Over to Dr. Manjula.
Dazzling performance, Master Mitran. Wonderful job. Excellent confidence in your delivery. Marvelous hand gestures, the way you move to your left and right by using the podium, and confident delivery, and it go from your heart. Superb and countless confidence. Once again, Kokila Mitran, a big round of applause for your outstanding performance. Moving on to our next contestant, Master Shanley. Master Shanley, we are very much waiting to listen to your wonderful performance.
Some people succeed because they are destined, but most because they are determined. Honorable Chair, my fellow contestants, and most welcome guests, greetings. Let me take you directly to a self-determined example from his successful life. If we take 10 more self-determined example and put them in a mixer and mix it up, who do and take out one, who do we get? Mr. Ratan Tata. His dream was to provide economical cars to every household in India. So he started his car division in Tata Motors. When the first car, Indica, was launched, no one showed interest in buying it, and his car division started to get losers. So he decided to sell his car division to Ford. He and his team went to Ford's office, and during meeting, Mr. Ford humiliated Mr. Tata by saying, "You do not know anything? Why have you started the passenger car division at all?" After the humiliation, Mr. Ratan Tata flew back to India. He was more determined to make his car division successful. After a complete change of strategies, he made his car division successful. By that time, Ford started to make losses. So Tata Motors bought the Jaguar and Land Rover car brands from Ford. His determination not only made his car division successful, but made India proud by buying foreign car brands. Now I would like to conclude. He showed the world that if a person is focused and determined on his aim, he will achieve it. He took the decision and made it right. Thank you.
Wonderful performance. Smartly performed the way how it should be delivered in the prepared speech competition. Congratulations, Master Shanley. Moving on to our next contestant, Miss Danishri. Miss Danishri, stage is yours.
Failure is not the opposite of success, but it's the part of success. Respected mentors, judges, and my dear friends, a warm good morning to one and all. My name is Danish with you all. Today I'm going to talk about failure to success, prepared speech. Success isn't something that arrives with one day. Success has an incredible tie to your individual everyday decisions, encounters, activities, and despite how big or small they are. Success can be reviewed as a measure of satisfaction and happiness you have in a major part of our life. Let me tell you a small story about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, failure to success. It was the time for the launch. SLV-3, India's first satellite launching, was prepared for the launch. Countdown begins. Then SLV-3 lifted off. The first stage performed to perfection. Suddenly, the second stage went out of control and the flight was determined in 317 seconds. The rocket drowned into the sea. With all their hopes drowned. One time it was magic, then it was utter hopelessness. This event came a big shocking to most of them. Then a press conference was held. The causes of the failure were to be discussed. But Abdul Kalam is not respond because the crush was still in his mind. But his chairman, Professor Satish Dhawan, addressed it. He said, "What went wrong? Correct it and make sure it's not repeated." He also added that I'm confident that someday we will put a satellite into orbit. His composure made sore of Abdul's heart. Exactly 1 year later, in 1980, 18th July, SLV-3 lifted off and SLV-3 successfully put into orbit. Then Abdul Kalam got an opportunity to speak the most important words he ever uttered in his life. Mission director calling all stages performed successfully and the Rohini satellite is now on orbit. There was a loud cheer. From this, I conclude that we learn from failure, then to success. Never stop learning. Failure builds character. Thank you.
Wonderful message Ms. Danishri, great job and incredible performance. Congratulations with the great title, Failure to Success. Superb, marvelous performance. Moving on to our next contestant, Miss Devina. Miss Devina, the stage is yours.
Adversity is a preparation for greatness. Respected mentors and all my dear friends. My name is Evna, and today I'm going to tell you a story about adversity. Once, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and she was tired of fighting and struggling all the time. Her father, a chef, took her to the kitchen and filled 3 pots with water. He placed each one on high fire. Once the water started to boil, he placed potatoes in the first pot, eggs in the second pot, and ground coffee beans in the third pot. He then let them sit and boil. The daughter moaned and impatiently waited, thinking that what was her father doing? After 20 minutes, he took the potatoes and placed them in a bowl. He pulled the eggs and placed them in a bowl. He then loaded the coffee in the cup. Turning to his daughter, he asked, "What could you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee beans," she hastily replied. "Look closer and touch the potatoes." She did and saw that the potatoes were soft. He then told her to crack the egg. She did and saw that the inside of the egg was hard. He then told her to sip the coffee. She did, and its rich aroma brought a smile on her face. "Father, what does this mean?" she asked. The father explained. The potatoes, eggs, and coffee beans face the same adversity, boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potatoes were strong but became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, but the inside of the egg became hard. However, the coffee beans were unique. It turned the water into something new. "What are you?" he asked the daughter. "In conclusion, I have a question for you all. When adversity knocks on the door, how do you react? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean?" Thank you.
Marvelous performance, Ms. Devina. Great message you gave us today in your speech. Wonderful and incredible performance. Superb. Moving on to our next contestant, Master Adesh. Master Adesh, the stage is yours.
Good morning to one and all. My name is Adish Sharma. A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. There are many great people who time and again remind us the importance of hard work and determination. One such personality I'm going to speak about is the great Indian scientist Homi Jagir Bhabha. He was an Indian nuclear physicist, founding director and professor of physics at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, known as father of the Indian nuclear program. He did not sleep as long as other students of his age because of his superactive brain and the continuous rapid flows of thoughts. Bhabha loved physics. Mathematics was also his favorite subject, but his father wanted him to become an engineer. Bhabha respected the wishes of his father. He left India for Cambridge to study engineering. Bhabha decided to devote his life to the service of his motherland, India. He inspired the staff and gave them the freedom they needed to pursue their work. He gave them every opportunity to grow. Spotting scientific talent was his passion. Baba disliked the practice of stopping work. When someone passed away, he considered that the best homage was hard work. When the members of his staff heard the news of Dr. Bhaba's death, they worked as usual and thus paid the respect to their departed leader. I would like to conclude each man can do best and excel in only that thing of which he passionately fond, in which he believes. We all should believe in ourselves and do each and every work with full determination and positive attitude. Thank you, and over to
Wonderful message, Master Adish. Great job. Excellent speech. You gave us a strong message. We should have a high determination and we should always have a positive attitude. Great job, which is applicable for all age groups. Marvelous presentation. Moving on to our next contestant, Miss Mohita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mohita, stage is yours.
Respected mentors, judges, and all my dear friends. A very warm good morning to one and all. My name is Mohita. I am studying in International Indian School. Today I am going to speak about the greedy dog. There was a dog that was very hungry. He searched for food everywhere, and at last he found a bone. He picked the bone with his mouth and started going back to his home. There was a bridge on the way to his home. When he started crossing it, he saw his own reflection in water. The dog thought that there was another dog with a bone in water. He wanted to get that other bone too, so he started barking at his own reflection. His bone fell in water. As soon as he opened his mouth, the greedy dog lost his bone. I like to conclude that do not be greedy. Thank you.
Great job, Miss Mohita. Marvelous attempt and wonderful energy, and excellent you have delivered your speech with great message to all of us. Moving on to our last contestant, Master Joel. Master Joel, the stage is yours.
Good morning. My name is Joel Marha. Respected mentors and my dear friends. A wonderful and warm welcome to one and all. Today's my topic is conquering my fear of riding bicycle. It is sad to fail, but it is worse not to have tried to succeed. Everything you want in your life is other side of the fear. It's impossible to reach your true potential if you don't face your greatest fears. Learning something new can be a scary experience. One of the hardest things I ever had to do was how to ride the bicycle. But I decided that riding bicycle would also an important skill and that I should learn. And I also thought it would be a good exercise to me and help me to become physically stronger. And riding bicycle. I also thought that riding bicycle would also make me a confident person. This later on would be a great benefit to me. Learning something new situations always makes me a bit nervous. But my first riding lesson was no exception. Guess who's my trainer? Yes, she's my mother. And even though I love to ride the cycle, but I found it terrifying I found it terrifying because I was not a confident rider. And I also have the thoughts of falling down. But first time I learned to ride the bicycle, but my mother was very patient with me. Things were not quite that easy for me. She taught me a few easy tricks to ride the bicycle, and after a few more days, after practicing, I was finally learned to ride the cycle, which was my greatest fear. So, friends, don't let fear or insecurity stop you from trying new things. Believe in yourself, do what you love, and get success. All the best. Thank you.
Wonderful message, Master Joel. Great attempt in your delivery. Marvelous performance. Wonderful message you have given. We should not have any fear in our life, and we should always take a chance to learn new things. Superb and confident delivery and perfect message you have given for everyone. Wonderful, Master Joel. With this, we have come to an end of our today's prepared speech competition for batch 2A. Dear contestants, now we will be taking a group photo. Everyone, give a good smile. All are looking gorgeous. Give a great, good smile. One, two, three. One more. Thank you. Dear contestants, wonderful performance given by everyone. Me and Dr. Sana ma'am have to give a big round of applause for all your dedication. Great support given by all dear parents. Thank you very much, dear parents, and thank you very much, dear contestants. Over to Dr. Sana ma'am.
Thank you very much for the excellent performance by each and every student. We are at most happy for all the students as well as their parents for the continuous support towards our class and the development of our students. Heartiest congratulations to each and every participant for having the courage and having the braveness to face the camera live in action. Superb performance and great skillful speaking. With this, we come to an end and take your part. Thank you and thank you for all of you for being with us and always supporting. Have a great day ahead. See you all soon with our next competition.
Thank you, Dr. Sana ma'am. Thank you very much, dear contestants. Thank